Welcome to the Pandemonium Witches podcast, where the ADHD has just a touch of the tism, where the true crime is just as scary as the hauntings and unsolved cases, and the hosts never stay on topic for long. I'm Kat.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Em.
And I'm Meg.
We are the Pandemonium.
Good morning.
Good morning. Right, same.
Mm-hmm. We already caught up a little bit this morning. Emily is not joining us today. She's got the chitlins.
Okay.
She's got boy child and girl child.
Makes sense.
And our daughter graduated from college.
I'm so excited.
So excited. So Samantha graduated Friday. And as you could tell, I'm losing my voice. Which means
the season.
I'm not doing it today.
No.
Michael's has all of their Halloween stuff on sale.
Okay.
Officially. And they have an entire section on pink stuff.
Are you good there?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm grand. They have an entire pink section, and they have it was probably created by a lesbian or somebody in the alphabet mafia, because it's like they have orange and they have yellow and they have green and like paisley colors, and then you have like pinks and blues and purples like the pastels, and then you have the reds like the goths, so it's like reds and blacks, and the way that it's done is like beautifully executed. But I don't like Michael's for some things because they steal from Etsy creators.
As does most big companies.
Yeah. What are you doing? Moving your microphone?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. All right. My God. Good Lord. Hold
Sorry.
on. No, not that. Hold on. That's why I was like, God damn. Baby. He says, very nice. I love it. Back. I should hope so.
Right.
What is going on today? Let's see here.
Murder.
Mystery and mayhem, of course, as always. We are now sitting at 94 followers, as we have been on Spotify for the last month and a half, which is fine. But our YouTube,
it's taken off.
It has 17 whole followers. So let's just. So in the last 48 hours, we've had 8 people watch A Mother's Wrath, that episode.
Okay.
Which I do have to say, it was a pretty good episode. The faces were top notch.
Like always.
It takes me about 2 days, because now I've gotten to a point with YouTube where I know exactly what I'm doing. Let me go to our page. We don't have any comments, which is fine.
We would love for comments, but you know.
Oh yeah, and we have a new logo, which of course I'm going to put that up here. But we love it, and I didn't change the logo on the website. That's okay. That's all right. Huh? We'll do it now.
I'm gonna PS if it wasn't a little chaotic.
Let me tell you, it's something. But what do you have for us today, my love? Is it
who is still alive?
Oh, no. Why?
Because she was convicted in 1994, so, and she was born in 57, so I mean, she's Just
So it's
alive.
fairly, thanks. It's disgusting. I hate it.
She's from California.
Oh, this is something that I would know about. All right. Okay.
I mean, I would assume so. So
I mean, maybe. True crime was my shtick growing up. Mom always thought it was weird, but whereas my dad was like, let's figure out how they did it and why. And I was like, okay. Apparently that's not healthy.
little bonding experience for you two.
Listen, we loved watching Matlock. And then when they came out with I know we're going off topic already. It's too early, but we loved watching Matlock and figuring out like who done it and stuff. So when they finally
Right.
came out with, I think it was CSI in the early 2000s.
The Las Vegas one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My dad loved Greg. That was his favorite character, the lab tech guy.
Yes.
And then he came out this one episode with the showgirl's headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, he looks at me and he goes, that guy gay? And I was like, he might just be comfortable with the sexuality. I don't think he's gay. Oh, good for him. Anyways.
This is when we found out Dad was an ally.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, what the fuck do I have in my glass? When I found out that I did not just like men and I liked all people, because it's all about hearts, not heart.
Yes.
All
about the insides, not the outsides.
That's why I'm so great in the kitchen, because I'm a fan.
I was about to say, it's why after I said it's what's on the inside, not the outside, and then I was like, that's a serial killer saying.
I asked Josh if he wanted to be here today, and he's just like, nah, it's all right. It's like,
no, because that means he'd have to put on pants and a shirt. So
that's true. That's true. My husband does Winnie the Pooh it most days. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm getting off topic.
He reverse Winnie's the Pooh's it.
He does.
Wearing just underwear. So
he does. No, he wears shorts.
Winnie the Pooh only wears a shirt.
That's true. That's true. But still, he wears shorts. He wears shorts. So do you have your hydration station?
Not exactly. Let me go grab it.
Okay. Let's give everybody some ample time to go get their shit. If you haven't caught on by now, like we do this every single fucking episode. So
I did take my meds.
Hey!
I did one thing right today.
I did. I took mine. I almost choked on them though.
Oh
no. Oh, jeez.
Friggin' horse pills.
Yeah.
I love our new music.
Well, we're going to be getting more music from our friend Alex.
I'm excited.
Listen, his band is so cool. So I can't play the music that he sent me, but I was like, it sounds like the opening of The Clash. And I got so excited. And he's like, yeah, we figured it out. But he immediately listened to our podcast and he's just like, all right, I know exactly what I'm going to play. And I was like, okay. And he's just like, yeah, but we have no ways to record. And I was like, oh, I can help you. I know how to do it. So, yeah, we have a new logo. We have a new background. As you can see, it's very spooky. But getting way off fucking topic here.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
So
this is a Pandemonium Witches podcast trigger warning. The following episode contains graphic violence and gruesome depictions. Listener discretion is advised.
This person was born December 6th, 1957.
December 6th?
Yes, 1957. She murdered 3 elderly women in 1994.
That makes her a Sagittarius. I have friends that are Sag. Don't get me wrong.
She's
But
only just as sad, though,
hold on,
because
let me
it's
get my
beginning of
handy dandy
December.
handy dandy book. Sagittarius. I wrote this. Sagittarius
I was
strengths.
trying to say that looks familiar.
It does. Which is why I'm not going to be talking a good chunk of today. I'm sorry. It's going to be the Rachel show today. Their
Story
strengths
time
are
with Rachel and Cat.
story time with Rachel and Cat. No, not turning on my demon on my phone. So their strengths are aggressive, interchangeable, exciting, hopeful, and charitable. Their interactive style is reckless and perplexing, but their weaknesses, which is kind of fitting for today, lack of empathy, quick, volatile, unpractical, and amnesic. So they have a tendency to forget everything.
Ah.
Oh. They will only judge those on actions of their character and are opposed to work with others in order to perform better. Sounds about on par
Sounds
with
right.
today's killer.
She was only caught after her fourth intended victim survived and was able to identify her.
Do we have like another granny episode?
I
Like the
mean,
world's worst roommate kind of thing?
I don't know. We'll find out. She claims to have committed the crimes to support her spending habits.
Oh, all right. I'm ready.
And she is currently serving her life without possibility of parole sentence at the California Women's
Oh,
Prison in Chowchilla.
she's a chow. Oh, she's fucked. Okay, so that means she's a bad person. Like,
I mean, she killed 3 elderly women, so I mean,
no,
yeah.
okay, all right. So let's 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 get started. Let's just dive right in. I'm ready.
So she was born Donna Sue Ambrose to,
Donna.
sorry, Dana Sue. Dana Sue Ambrose to Beverly and Russell Ambrose.
Okay, that's an interesting name.
Yes. Her father, Russell, worked as a hairdresser and had 3 previous marriages before Beverly, who was a former beauty queen who had also been an MGM starlet.
Wow. Okay.
They had had several miscarriages before Dana was born,
Hmm.
and Beverly was described as an aggressive and vain woman.
Ew. Okay.
I mean, former beauty queen, starlet. I
I
mean,
I get it. I get it. I mean, my grandma was a beauty queen. You saw her. She was hot as hell.
right, right.
That's where I get it from. I get it.
Her parents divorced when Russell found Beverly fighting with an older woman who had angered her. Dana was about 2 at this time and would then rarely see her father after this,
So, bitch has got some anger issues. Okay.
which she happened to pass down to her daughter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dana started acting out to get attention, like children do,
They do.
especially in
Right.
divorced homes.
Right. You know, cheap.
Beverly would discipline her, but Dana would retaliate by stealing money to buy candy and then would occasionally fly into fits of violence. And in my notes, I went, like mother, like daughter.
Wow. I hate that.
Yeah. Dana didn't get along well with her fellow classmates, and she ended up doing poorly in all of her classes. She was often suspended from school for forging notes to get out of class.
Okay, I think we've all been there. I mean,
Yeah.
I know
Or at
for a
least
fact
most of us have.
I know for a fact my mother doesn't listen to this. There were a lot of times where I forged my mom's signature on some things.
Same.
But it's because I didn't want to go in for another Saturday detention to rewrite the Bible from English to Latin and back again. Also, yay, Catholic school and none. Keep going.
So when Dana was about 14, her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh,
Dana decided to become a nurse after watching hospital nurses care for her mother.
no, not enough. Fine.
After her mother died in 1975, she moved in with her dad, but was forced to leave after her stepmother found drugs in her room.
Not the drugs.
I mean, it was the 70s. I mean,
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's yep. Sounds about right.
so a few years later, she got involved with a skydiving instructor who got her pregnant twice.
Wow.
He then convinced her to terminate both pregnancies, which is said that it's something she later resented. She would later on suffer miscarriages, which spiraled her into a depression and was put onto psychotropic medications. That face.
He's just texting husband to bring me socks. And no. No.
She was then fired from her nursing job when she was caught stealing drugs.
No, ma'am.
So,
No.
backtrack a little. So, her mother died in 1975. She graduated high school in 1976. And then for several years, she and her skydiving instructor boyfriend, Rob, worked on her going through nursing school. So he helped her.
Okay. Okay.
Well, during this time, because he's a skydiving instructor, she became an expert skydiver because why not?
You know, get more. I can't bend certain ways to put on my socks when I'm sitting at this angle. So
Right.
I'm
So
fat
in
too.
1981, she
Mhm.
graduated nursing school.
Okay.
She then left Rob and started an on off relationship with Chris Dodson, who was a windsurfer. She proceeded to excel in windsurfing and golf, and she and Chris went on trips to Hawaii to participate in these things.
Like in tournaments?
Probably.
Windsurfing is like difficult too. It requires a lot of like upper body and core strength. Have you guys
Right.
seen, I'll put a picture. Have you guys seen windsurfing people? They're like
Very fit.
very
Between that and golf, I mean, she was going to have the upper body strength because the constant twisting with the golf.
and now I have stuck in my head. My name is Hans and I'm Franz and we are here to pump you up. Freaking Saturday Night Live. Anyways, continue.
So, 6 years after she graduated nursing school,
Right.
in October of 87, she married Tom Gray at an upscale winery in the Temecula area.
Temecula.
Yes. Temecula.
Temecula. I'll tell my cousin that's what you want to call it from now on.
He was a fellow sports enthusiast who had known and admired Dana since high school. That's a little creepy, but
That's
whatever.
that's a lot creepy. Okay. Whatever. Keep going. I'm here for
Well,
it.
not long into their marriage, Dana incurred a large amount of debt.
Of course she did.
Also, at this time, she didn't have very much contact with her family due to a dispute over an aunt's will.
All right.
She was a labor and delivery nurse at Inland Valley Regional Medical Center.
Mm-hmm.
They lived in a gated community of Canyon Lake, where they had several business ventures named Gray Matter. And my notes, I almost put like brain stuff, Gray Matter, but it was a play on their last name because the last name was Gray. But I was just like, Gray Matter, okay.
I mean, there's a band in San Francisco called Brain Matter. I don't know if it's the same type of vibe.
So Dana then left Tom in early 1993 and moved in with their friend and her lover, Jim Wilkins, and his younger son,
Dun,
or
dun.
his young son, Jason. In June of 1993, she filed for divorce from Tom, but it was not finalized until after Dana had been in jail for quite some time.
Not,
Surprise!
not this Jason. No, no. Okay. Okay. I'm awake now.
So she had filed for divorce from Tom. Did I say Jason?
You said you said her son, their son Jason.
Oh, it was Jim's son, Jason.
Okay. All right.
So in September of 1993, she and Tom filed for bankruptcy to stave off foreclosure on their Canyon Lake house. Although the house's value had significantly increased since they purchased it, they owed much more on the house than it was worth.
Oh no.
So they basically probably took a second mortgage out on it and put them upside down on it, and now they owed more than it was worth.
No.
Guys, do your research on mortgages and loans.
Right. I have Jeff. You know about Jeff. Jeff is
Yeah.
fantastic. Jeff has been helping me with my money issues since like I was a kid. Because, my parents never taught me shit about credit cards. I taught my kids. About credit cards are the devil. But like, I was, because of medical debt and because of the first car and the fire, I was almost $80,000 in debt. And now I'm down to, I think we did the math. I think we're down to like, with our current credit cards, which we did use for emergency purposes,
Right.
I think I'm at 10.
Okay.
So it's not bad.
Not bad.
With my car and with my bank loan. Yeah, and his stuff. We're at 10. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I mean, like, do your research before you guys do a mortgage.
Granddad, um, for big purchases, um, mom taught me that you should at least have 50% of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way, one, it makes the payments a hell of a lot smaller. And it's, if you put it on a card, you need to have either the money already set aside
Good for that. Yeah.
or, right, or have at least 50% of it.
And
Unless it's like a true emergency, and then obviously you're not going to have the funds, but
right.
try to put it on the lowest interest card possible.
Yeah.
So that way you're not paying out the ass for interest.
Yep. I mean, I got my car because of an emergency because I when I went to Virginia, I had a plan. The job I was working for was literally 3 blocks from the house, so I was going to ride my bike to work every day. It snowed the second day I was there, and there was ice all over the road. So I was like, I bought a bike, I was ready, and I was like, never mind. Can't do that. Darn tootin'. Anyways, okay. So
Anyways,
she's in jail. She's a horrible person. Tell me more.
November 24th, 1993, she was fired from the hospital where she worked for misappropriating Demerol and other opiate painkillers.
The good stuff.
Yes. Remember, she was labor and delivery nurse, so they had the good stuff on the floor.
I know. Demerol's the only thing that we're not going to talk about that. That's a different day. But Demerol is like the right before morphine. Yeah. Okay.
So 4 months later, 3 months later, February 14th, 1994, she sent word through Tom's parents, as he kept his phone number and address hidden from her, that she wanted to meet with her estranged husband. He initially agreed but did not show up. Later that day, she murdered Norma Davis, who was an elderly woman whose home Dana had shared for a time.
Just right into it. Just okay.
He later discovered that Dana had taken out an insurance policy on him. The policy would have paid off the house in the event of his death. So it kind of looks like if he had gone, she probably would have killed him and then
Right.
took the insurance money.
That's what it sounds like.
Sorry, not laughing at.
Oh, we just got a weather alert. What does the demon box say?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
The National Weather Service has issued an aerial flood warning because we're in Texas.
Yay! Meanwhile, bottom of Colorado, top of Arizona, where like the Grand Canyon and stuff is, they need the rain because they're on fire right now.
Right. And California, it's July, so it is fire season in California. They need the rain too. Send it that way.
Right. I thought it was going that way with when it went over to New Mexico, and I was like, okay, cool. We're going to keep going that way, and where they need it.
And then it came
No,
right back. It was like, just kidding.
it bounced off the mountains and came back.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
So Norma Davis, she was 86 and is thought to be Dana's first victim. Because of the lack of evidence, she was never convicted of killing her. We good? Okay. Norma was the mother-in-law of the woman, Jerry Davis, who married Dana's father, Russell. So
no.
her step-grandmother-in-law, or her step-grandmother. Yeah, mother-in-law of the woman. Yeah, so yeah, that would make her step-grandmother. Am I doing
Yeah.
the math right?
Yeah, step grandmother. Yep.
Okay. I'm like, am I doing the math right?
No, you're doing the math right.
So Jerry and Russell had gotten married in 1988. Jerry's first husband, Bill Davis, was Norma's son. He had died in the early 1980s, and his widow eventually married Russell. Jerry continued to care for her elderly mother-in-law even after she remarried. Dana knew Norma very well, and on February 16th, 1994, Norma had been dead for 2 days when she was found by her neighbor, Alice Williams.
It's like slipping it in there.
Norma had a wood-handled utility knife sticking out of her neck and a fillet knife sticking out of her chest. Other than a broken fingernail, she had no other marks. A bloodied Afghan lay at her feet. Detectives learned that there was no forced entry into the house.
Mm-mm.
Detectives were informed that she always kept her door locked unless she was expecting a visitor.
Right.
The neighbor Alice stated she could not remember Norma mentioning she was expecting company. Detectives found a Nike shoe print pointed towards the kitchen. They also found Norma's $148 Social Security check. On the first floor of the condo, a smear of blood was found on an armchair, and also a ripped out phone cord was found.
Mm-mm. Nope.
So the next victim, June Roberts, was 66.
Okay.
She was murdered on February 28th, 1994. June, like Norma, lived in the gated community of Canyon Lake. Dana had visited June one day, claiming she wanted to borrow a book about controlling a drinking problem. She was led into the house, and while June was searching for the book, Dana unplugged the phone using the straight cord and the both the straight cord and the curly cord. She then used the curly cord to strangle June. And when June was dead, Dana rifled through her credit card, stealing two. An hour later, she went on a massive shopping spree at an upscale shopping center in Temecula. I know for a fact I just pronounced that wrong again.
No, you said
I
it right.
actually just said right.
Yeah, I was like waiting for it. I was like, oh, she's gonna say that. Temecula.
Temecula.
It's not Temecula.
The third victim, Dora Bebe, Beebe.
Baby.
Dora was 87 and was murdered March 16th, 1994.
Dora.
Dora. A few minutes after Dora came home from a doctor's appointment, Dana pulled up in front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
She knocked on Dora's door and asked Dora for directions. Dora invited her inside to look at a map. Because it was 1994. Like,
Why wouldn't
it
you?
was a
Right.
gated community. Like, should be fine.
Mm.
Once inside, Dana attacked and killed Dora. Dora was found later that day by her boyfriend of 8 years, Louis Dormand. An hour later, Dana used Dora's credit card to go on a shopping spree.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Her fourth victim, Dorinda Hawkins.
Dorinda. That sounds pretty.
Dorinda was attacked on March 10th, 1994 at her job at an antique store.
Mm-hmm.
She had been working alone that day, and Dana came in to buy a picture frame for a photo of her deceased mother. She was then strangled with the telephone cord, but Dorinda, who was about 57, 58, was much younger than the previous two victims and survived. Dana took $5 from Dorinda's purse and $20 from the cash register. She then went on another shopping spree an hour later using June's credit card. Dorinda was able to give detectives a description of Dana, and the next day the story was in the newspaper. So, due to the murders, many of the residents of Canyon Lake were terrified because, of course, they were.
Right.
Hold on, there's a cardinal outside my window. Sorry, got distracted.
It's okay. Ooh, shiny. No, cardinals are super pretty.
I know, like, I don't know if it was male or female because the bottom half was red and the top half was brown.
Let me look.
But it was like a very muted red. So I'm just like, oh. I was like, okay.
That would be rare. However, there is a rare, fascinating phenomenon with cardinals called bilateral gyne- gyne-
A word.
gynandromorphism that can occur in cardinals and other birds. These rare, oops, just move this off to the side. These rare individuals, the birds, is literally half male and half female, each half displaying the plumage characteristics of the respective sex. The female birds are typically a dull brown with slight red accents. Northern cardinal males are all red.
Right.
So this is a half-breed bird that is bright red on one side.
Half breed.
Because it's a half-breed bird, making it appear
I was going to say intersex, but okay.
brown on the top half, and the other half is split, either white and red, or all red, or it could be roughly horizontal down the middle. In this rare occurrence, it could explain the cardinal appearing with a brown upper body and a red lower body. Alternatively, it's possible you're describing different species like a finch, but it doesn't sound like a finch.
No, I know what cardinals look like. That was cardinal.
So this is a rare intersect bird. Intersexed. Intersexed. Yes.
Interesting.
The more you know.
Okay. Anyways,
Shooting star.
shooting star.
I have to put that
Yes. Little
on,
shooting star.
along with the RuPaul, my favorite thing. You're so full of
Yes.
yourself. Like a Russian doll.
Yes. So, anyways, so many of the residents in the gated community of Cannon Lake were terrified. Some moved in with loved ones until the murders were solved, and a group of elderly widows began sleeping in big groups at designated houses. They believed that there was safety in numbers, and a few residents theorized that the murders were committed by a cult who engaged in ritual sacrifice. Again, like we've discussed on previous episodes, it's not a thing.
That is not a thing. I mean, for Satanism, certain things, yes, but not.
Ritual sacrifice, yes. But not ritual human sacrifice.
God, no. I mean, the text was wrong. So typically in those things, it would be like losing your virginity or like having multiple partners at one time. It was very much like an orgasmic thing. It wasn't anything like that. And as far as like sacrifice goes, I did a sacrifice with a KFC bucket of chicken. I don't like killing animals.
I mean, it works. It's still chicken. Still a chicken.
Still chicken.
And you can eat a little bit before a little extra piece.
I did. I made sure there was little pieces of each because you have to have a whole chicken.
Right.
So I just got 2 extra drumsticks.
Hey, it works.
It works.
If it pops back up, I'm going to take a photo.
Okay.
Anyway, so detectives had problems finding suspects early on. At one point, it was so hard to find a lead that the supervisor in charge recommended using a psychic. Before Dana became the lead suspect, detectives had few other suspects.
Mm-hmm.
One of which being Jerry. So in the case of Norma Davis, detectives initially suspected Jerry might be the killer because
Fair.
daughter-in-law, widowed daughter-in-law.
Right.
I was just like, what are we doing?
Moving it.
Moving the mic.
Yes.
So after talking to Jerry, detectives learned that she used to be married to Norma's son. After Norma's son died, she still cared for her mother-in-law, her former mother-in-law, because that was still her mother-in-law as far as she was concerned, despite the fact the connecting link between the two passed.
Yep.
When Jerry remarried, it was to Russell, which is Dana's connection to Norma.
Mm-hmm.
Norma was in feeble health and was still recovering from triple bypass surgery.
Oh my God.
Detectives also speculated that Jerry had been in Norma's house the Sunday before the murder. Which, I mean, it would make sense.
It would.
Jerry claimed she only stopped by the house to drop off groceries and had heard the TV on upstairs, but did not say hello. She just left and went home. Detectives found it unusual for Jerry to take care of someone who was not a blood relative, and she was wearing Nikes. And they also wondered why she would not have said hello to Norma. I mean, if Norma was up, like, she didn't want to bother her. She's recovering.
Right. She probably didn't want to interrupt her because, I mean, I don't do that shit. I'll drop off my shit and leave.
Right. So, after weeks of talking with Jerry and building a rapport, Detective Joseph Greco, who was a lead investigator, realized she was not the person they sought. So, Greco and Jerry became friends and began helping each other during the investigation. It was this relationship and trust that would be pivotal in solving this case.
Okay.
So, Detective Greco of the Paris Police Department led the investigations into the murders of Norma and June.
Mm-hmm.
So, a little backstory on him.
Okay.
He was promoted to corporal in 1992 and was assigned as an investigator on all major crimes against persons.
Okay.
His first victim was Norma in 1994.
Okay.
Well, sorry, that was only his second homicide investigation.
Okay.
So, still very fresh.
Still super fresh, yeah.
Because of the seriousness of the crimes and his lack of experience, he initially questioned his ability to do an adequate investigation, but would eventually solve the case. He suspected that June and Norma's cases were connected due to evidence collected in the case, and ultimately discovered it was the work of one female killer. He then identified Dana as a potential suspect and wrote up a search warrant for her residence in Lake Elsinore, California. I pronounced that right this time? Yay! So the search of Dana's house revealed vital information belonging not only to June, but also to Dora, and also a surprise third victim, Dorinda.
Okay. So she
Passed
probably
in 2003.
so she probably had like their credit cards or like something of theirs. She done.
I mean, because she took credit cards from them.
Right. She done.
As Norma was the only one she didn't take anything from. No, she didn't take any plastic swipes. Credit cards. I mean, same thing.
Same difference.
And Dorinda was the only woman who was not attacked at home and who later positively identified Dana through a photo lineup. Faced with a mountain of strong circumstantial evidence in the case against her, along with the threat of the death penalty, Dana would eventually plead to life without the possibility of parole and waive all of her appeal rights. She made one condition: that the state not prosecute her for the murder of Norma.
I have thoughts, but keep going.
Detective Greco then worked for the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Lake Elsinore Station, specializing in elder abuse, sexual assault, and child abuse cases from 1998 to 2010. He was later promoted to the rank of sergeant in March of 2010.
Good for him. Good for him.
So the other detective Chris Antoniades.
Sure.
We're just going to call him Chris.
Yes. Yes. Detective Chris.
Was the lead detective on Dora's case.
Mhm.
After Detective Greco finished interviewing her, Detective Chris interviewed Dana. He knew how to relate to people to gain their trust and have the person open up to him. He also learned how to play off someone's religion or insecurities against them. While interrogating her, he had no clue how to approach her. She seemed cold and was unresponsive to any of his approaches. He finally decided he needed to take some of her control away from her. He then interrogated her roughly, yelling at her to confess, but was unsuccessful.
No.
So, when that didn't work either, he then charged her with the murder of Dora based on the discovery of her credit cards found in Dana's sock drawer during the execution of Detective Greco's search warrant.
Not the sock drawer.
I mean, that's where an ex of mine kept, like, he had like a whole bunch of credit cards, which was weird, but like, and he would just kind of go through and like use them every once in a while just to keep them open because, credit. Um, and then like as soon as he would use it, he would sit there and pay it off, and then it would go literally
In the
go back
drawer.
in the drawer.
I mean, one of mine is
And
in
then
the
the next
drawer.
one on the stack would get used, and he would just rotate through them. And
I
I'm
mean,
just like,
that's what I did with my
a stack about that thick.
Oh, no. I have 3.
Like,
No, ma'am.
why?
That is too much.
And that wasn't even like the 3 or 4 that was in his wallet.
No, ma'am. No, be responsible with your money.
I mean, he was pretty responsible, and he was actually, I broke up with him for different reasons, but financial wise, he was pretty set.
Pretty set off.
Right. Like he had enough money in the bank that he could do that. Like uh he didn't have a mortgage because he had already paid it off. Like he had like very little debt.
I'm gonna have to
Hit pause.
yeah. I'll be right back. I'm making a new technical difficulties thing to put there when my bladder just decides walnut is not enough and I need to literally run
Right.
because that was a anyways.
Thankfully the bathroom's not that far.
Yeah. The bathroom's like right there. So
Anyways, so Dana was finally caught because her description was obtained from various merchants in the Temecula, California area,
yes. Good.
where she used June's credit cards to go on a shopping spree.
Stop.
Dana had been spending so much money that the credit card company called June's family to alert them of the massive spending.
You're kidding. I love that.
I mean, large purchases, like it's gonna get flagged.
No, I get it.
The detectives then went to all the stores where Dana had used the credit cards and interviewed the cashiers, getting a physical description of her. They also learned the killer had dyed her hair recently and had a little boy named Jason. But Jason wasn't her little boy.
Mm-hmm. She was not.
It was her lover's son.
Yeah.
So Detective Greco kept in touch with Jerry. He began describing the killer to her on a visit to her home. The next day, Jerry revealed to him that she believed the suspect to be her stepdaughter.
Bro.
Dana had just dyed her hair and had a son named Jason with her boyfriend. Detective Greco wrote up the search warrant for the house and enlisted the help of ARCNET, which is the Allied Riverside County Narcotics Enforcement Team, to stake out her home in Lake Elsinore. Unbeknownst to the team, Dana was murdering Dora just hours before they began following her, trying to collect evidence.
No. Seriously?
Right. So, like, all of this is happening, like, simultaneously. After seeing Dana go to the bank with Dora's card and then go shopping, the detectives had enough information for the nexus involving Dora's murder. Later that day, March 17th, 1994,
Mhm.
Dana was arrested by Detective Greco while she was cooking dinner for her family. He took her into custody while assisting officers took in her boyfriend and his son, or took her boyfriend and his son down to the station for questioning.
Tell me more.
During the questioning, she claimed she never took the credit cards. Then how'd you get them?
Right.
The math ain't mathin'.
And math ain't mathin'. It's not like they were like, oh, here, take my credit cards. I don't need them anymore.
So she never took them. So after detectives said they had evidence of her using them, she then claimed she had found the cards. She stuck with the story for hours.
No.
She claimed she kept the cards because she had an overwhelming need to shop. She also seemed to have no sympathy for the victims.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you find somebody's credit cards? Why did you not turn them in?
Right.
Instead, you decide to rack up thousands of dollars.
The math ain't
Charges?
mathin'. The math ain't mathin'.
Like, the fuck?
Mm-mm.
Detective Chris attempted to obtain a confession after Detective Greco's interview, but was unsuccessful.
Mm-hmm.
So Detective Greco eventually booked Dana on charges of murder. At a hearing on July 23rd, Deputy DA Richard Bentley requested the death penalty.
Okay.
Dana pleaded insanity on all counts. Yeah. After a witness claimed to have seen her at June's house the day of her death on September 9th, 1998,
Mm-hmm.
Dana changed her plea to guilty of robbing and murdering two women and attempting to murder another. Sorry, guys. Getting a little tongue-tied here. By pleading guilty, she avoided the death penalty.
Mm-hmm.
On October 16th, 1998, she was sentenced to life without parole and was incarcerated in the California Women's Prison in Chowchilla. So, this case was featured on multiple things.
Okay.
It was featured in an LMN, which is Lifetime Movie Network, 2015 episode of Diabolical Women.
Okay.
Her murder spree was also featured in a 2017 episode of It Takes a Killer on the television channel Escape.
Okay.
The case was also featured in Discovery Channel's series The New Detectives, Season 7, Episode 1, which aired May 5th, 2001. The case was also featured on Discovery Channel's series Forensic Factor, Episode 43, which aired June 23rd, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 108 of the podcast All Killa No Filla covers the life of Dana in the case.
Okay.
And on February 2nd, 2025, the true crime TV series Very Scary People first aired the episode The Angel of Death about the life of Dana Sue Gray.
Okay. Okay.
And then I have some pictures of her.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Are you texting it to me? Do. Meanwhile, I'm working on the Instagram right now. I like how all of us have changed our usernames over the years. And the only person who has stayed the same is Emily.
Of course.
Hers has been Witchy Stepmom since I met her. So
Right.
it's been a hot minute. You've been tagged in a post. I am well aware. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I could not find any photos of the victims, so I will.
It's all right. We'll find them. We'll figure them out.
Okay, there we go.
She looks like somebody I would never want to be friends with.
So this is her when she was younger, and a drawing or a sketch.
You know those people that peak in high school? Thoughts. I have them. I'm pretty sure that's all she was somebody who peaked in high school. She was one of those people that just never got out of that moment, you know? Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. What is up with that hair?
It was the 90s. It was late 80s, early 90s.
You know, as our Lord and Savior Dolly Parton once said, the higher the hair, the closer to God. She must have been right next to hell because this hair isn't high. It's short. Speaking of,
Well, I think her hair was also naturally curly, so it just kind of poofed.
speaking of short, hold on.
I love it. Takes no time at all to dry, does it?
No, not at all. For those of you who are going, wow, it's sticking straight out. My hair is naturally curly. And so it just sticks right out, but no, she's someone who definitely just peaked in high school and that's it.
But yeah, that is
That's Dana.
the murderess, Dana Gray.
I hate her so much.
You're welcome.
I don't like it. Thanks. No. How about that? How about no?
Okay.
At least it was an arsenic.
This is true. And so it was telephone cord.
It was a telephone cord, but I mean, it wasn't arsenic.
This is true.
Yeah.
I need a shirt that says, "Why is it always arsenic?"
I mean, fair.
Because it's always
It's
arsenic
always
for me.
arsenic. And I think it's my turn next time because we did double
Yes.
episodes between the two of us. So
I think so.
I have quite a few on my to-do list. I'm actually going to be posting a poll with this episode and I'm hoping to get it out Let's see here. What was the last one? I don't even remember right now. Uh, because we're having our 100th episode coming up, and everybody should be on that one. 85,
Yes.
87, 88, 89. So this is episode 90. So we have 10 more episodes. Nope. This is 91, I think.
87 just dropped, and that was A Mother's Wrath.
So this is episode 91. Okay. So that being said, in 9 more episodes, I'm going to post a poll on this one. Of course, it's going to be on our Facebook page, which is in our link tree on our Instagram. So it's also going to be on here. So if you go to our YouTube, it has the link on it, so you can actually do the poll. I'm going to be posting it.
Do the thing.
The day this drops. 4 different topics that we can choose from. I'll do the research ahead of time, so it's already done. So whichever one you choose, I'm not scrambling to try and figure it out. It's going to be our 100th episode, so everybody's going to be on there, which means Meg is going to be here that day, and M. Hopefully, she doesn't have anything going on, but right now I think these are the 4 that we were looking at, if I remember correctly. Black Dahlia.
Okay.
Ted Bundy.
Ugh.
I know. We did that one. The Countess of Death, which is the Elizabeth Bathory.
Okay.
And
you should have just said Blood Countess, and
Blood
I would have like, oh, okay.
And then last but not least, I really don't like this guy because it's horrendous. BTK. Because
that's the one they're going to end up picking.
They're probably going to pick it. But I mean, come on, who doesn't love the Black Dahlia? It's still a mystery. It's unsolved. And then you have the Countess Blood, the Blood Countess. Yes. Those are 2 good ones. And then also it was discussed Jonestown, or the Smiley Case murder.
This is true.
And then also the Grinder Killer, which was interesting because I watched the documentary on that one.
Yeah, because that's a more recent one.
Mm-hmm. Because he looked like, you remember that?
Well, shit.
He looks just like him. I'll put a picture here. Yeah, the similarities are uncanny. But
I hate that.
He was that guy was dating me and like 86 women at the same time, all upon the eastern seaboard. And I was like, I'm just gonna post it on TikTok, and it got posted. Who did it? Ginger, Jolly Ginger reposted it, and so did that one lady. I can't remember her name.
Shit.
Yeah, they both reposted it, and they both commented on it, and I was like, wow. Whoops. I didn't mean to get him fired, but you shouldn't have been dating that many women at the same time and telling us all. I mean, mind you, I'm happily married. I love my husband. He bought me a new wedding band because this one is broken. You can't see it, but the prong is sticking straight up. But I got a new wedding band. But I was like, don't mess with women. Number 1. Number 2, don't mess with true crime enthusiasts, which all of us were. But yeah, those are the 4 or 5 that we've picked. I'm gonna go ahead and do the research on those ones. If you have anything else that you want us to cover, or if you have a cold case that you want us to deep dive in and have Holly go down the rabbit hole on, send us an email. TPD
Words are hard.
tpw3mpodcast@gmail.com, or you can send us a message on Instagram or comment on one of our Facebook posts. As always, stay feral.
Don't do stupid shit.
Don't do stupid shit, as Emily would say.
Right, I had to put that in there. I was like, don't do stupid shit.
Don't
be safe.
Bite the hand.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Next time on the Pandemonium Witches.
Oh, no.
Biscuits.
It was very much a Mr. Bill. Oh no.
I mean, it's not a Pandemonium
gosh.
podcast. So she treated them as her rivals, giving enemies no quarter, no leeway at all. And she threw a few out of her house naked into the snow. She poured boiling water on them and mainly did vicious and bloody torture, such as pot poker, Iron Maiden, and bamboo.
I hate all of it. Thank you.
I do too, and it is a weird option for an ice bath. I have to agree.
Super weird option for an ice bath. I highly doubt she gave them a towel.
No. Mm-mm.